Hello YouTube, this is Mr. Gutter Theatrical. I am going to speak to you today on an issue very important to me. It's the issue of collectivism. Collectivism is the belief that no man need ever be different than another. And in doing so, there will be no more inequality, and there will be no more pain and no more suffering. Those who believe in collectivism include Mayor de Blasio of New York, President Obama in Washington, D.C., a gaggle of tin-pot socialist dictators in Latin and Central America, as well as South America, and also the great Vladimir Putin, currently leading the warmed-over Olympics in Sochi. I think it's rather amazing that, just to speak of it, that Sochi is actually going to be warmer than it is right here where I am in the American Midwest. Let's move on, though, from that. Mayor de Blasio, when he ran for mayor of New York City back in 2013, made one issue, the big issue of his whole campaign, and that issue was simply this. It was the issue that there were some in New York City who had great deals of money, and others had very small amounts. And thus, they could mean only one thing. The businessmen, the entrepreneurs, the bankers, and the Wall Street executives who had gained great deals of money obviously must have stolen it. Upon listening to him, I had to wonder whether or not he was going to also blame the Tsar for the great pains befalling the people. Now, ladies and gentlemen, the idea that income disparity is bad is a collectivist idea. It goes down to the theory that everyone should gain the same amount of money no matter how hard they work, that there should be a equality of outcomes. Well, I myself, I'm not a wealthy man. I don't believe I ever will be a wealthy man. But one thing I can say is this: I don't begrudge those who have wealth, for I realize they deserve the wealth they are given, or the wealth they've earned, or the wealth they fell into. And I don't believe I should take it from them. Now, President Obama does not believe this. He has stated that in his State of the Union address, which will be given this week, he's going to make a big deal out of income disparity, that some people make millions and others make only thousands. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, YouTube, but is that not capitalism? Is that not a capitalist system working? Is it not the system in which I purchase a good and give you money for said good? Or is it a system of theft, as put forward by left-wing socialist politicians like Bill de Blasio? Ladies and gentlemen, collectivism cannot work in a state that is made up of free enterprise. Collectivism states that anyone who dares believe that they can make more money is a thief, stealing from the very blood of the hard-working man. When in reality, ladies and gentlemen, it's the exact opposite. Collectivism is a thief itself. Income disparity, let's say we got rid of it, would mean one thing: no more production in the United States. It would all go up like that. And you want to know why? I'll tell you why. Income disparity is what happens when an entrepreneur, a factory owner, a businessman or woman takes a risk, and in that risk builds a factory, a business, a kiosk, or a store at a mini mall. People want the product they sell, and people purchase it. This leads to them making more money than your average rube. More money than I make as a man involved in the education profession. Why is that wrong? Why is it wrong that someone who is a businessman in the private sector should make money? I have no idea. This is what has built our country. But the collectivists, they don't want to hear this. The collectivists say it is wrong that one should have so much and others should have so little. May I remind them the lessons of history? In a world